Welcome to a bit of a late night stream. It is almost 11 o'clock p.m. I wanted to start this build much earlier, but unfortunately I had other stuff to attend to, some family business, and also a bit of a hardware thing that I had to fix first. I'd bought a new SSD for the PC, and I wanted to install it. I thought it was going to be very easy. Turns out that was not the case, so that took me way longer than I wanted to. Hence, me doing this late at night. I need to do at least an hour so I don't fall too far behind on building this Slave 1. Welcome to all of you in the chat. It's fun to see that the moment I go online, the entire comment section fills up, so that's always a lot of fun. Good to see you all. And let me first get going, and then I'll glance at the chat from time to time. But in order to speed up a little bit, I may look a bit less frequently to the chat room. Let me move this over a little bit more because my eyes are not that good that I can see these tiny little comments. There we go. I've got a bit of a... There you go. Have you ever heard of Etika? Never heard of it. Bye-bye sleep, yes. Yeah. Anyway, I'm glad that at least the SSD works now. So I'm now good for the next couple of years, hopefully. So I've installed a 2 terabyte SSD. Oh, this is not correct. I had 2 smaller SSDs installed in the past, but they filled up so quickly. Nowadays these video games are huge. So you install one game and immediately that takes off 40 gigs. And at first I thought I'll just reinstall games that I want to play, but it's very annoying. Every time I don't play video games for an extended time. I like to kind of switch it around. And having to deinstall and reinstall, it's a hassle. So now I have a lot of space. Proud Hufflepuff is going to Galaxy's Edge. Whoa, that's cool. That must be one of the ultimate experiences for a Star Wars fan. Let's see. Oh, okay. Here we go. No, actually 2 brown ones, I guess. Do you have a letterboxed? I don't even know what that is, a letterboxed. Oh, is there a women's soccer match? I heard something about that. A women's soccer match against Japan, I think. 3 days left for the build. This is going to be quite a challenge. You don't think I'm going to finish it in time? Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. I'll use the Force. That's not how the Force works. You know what? It's also because of all the chatting. I'm so slow. But it's kind of part of the fun. But yes, there is so much work to be done. I may want to put that actually on camera. Otherwise you can't see what I'm doing. I should put that there. What is it? This is the Slave 1. Boba Fett's ship. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how far we get. I'd like to finish it in time, but I can always extend the renting time for another week. I'm not much of a soccer fan, so I skipped it. 2, 4, 6, 7. Two, 4, 6. No, that's too long. It's got to be shorter than this. That's number 1. And number 2. Nope. Okay. It looks like an elephant's head. Maybe. Okay, turn this around. 2 white ones. One of the very few white bricks that we're going to use. And 2 of these. Two of these. I hope the air conditioner is not too loud. I had to reinstall it in this room. I used it for the bedroom yesterday evening. But apparently things are starting to cool down tomorrow already. Initially they predicted they predicted Wednesday to be the hottest day. Instead, today was probably the warmest one. Never chatted with a Catholic priest like this before. I imagine. What's my favorite sport? Running. I'm a runner. I run marathons and I love running. I don't like to watch it. I don't like to watch any sports except for tennis. But yeah, when it comes to running and walking, I'm building the slave one, yes indeed. This is all preparatory work. These are usually structures that will carry bigger parts of the build. So this is kind of the least interesting stuff. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong color. So what makes this build particularly challenging is that there are so many pieces in the same color. And so to find the exact ones that you need, it's just much harder than if the number of colors is more diverse. And it's also a very abstract build. A live baseball game, really? It probably first have to explain the rules. It's like I tried to watch American football when I was with friends in the States, and despite their efforts explaining over and over and over again, I just couldn't wrap my mind around it. It was so, if you don't grow up with that stuff, it is really opaque. The only thing I understood is it was so complicated that I started to understand why they think soccer is so boring. Boy, oh boy. Nope. Nope. Wow. Where is that one piece that I'm looking for? There it is. Oh, I needed 4 of them. Great. Ugh. Whoops. 1, 2. Here we go again. Hey, you should never be afraid to go confess to a priest. Believe me, we are not easily shaken. Definitely don't worry about it. Priests are there to forgive and to forget. I saw the movie Man in Black International today, and they have that device that wipes the memory of those that have witnessed aliens. That's kind of how it works with us in confession. We hear confession, we forgive, and we forget. Because that's what God does. So don't worry about it. Just try to find yourself a kind priest, one that you trust, or one who's deaf. That's not me saying that. That's actually Pope Francis that says that. If you're afraid to go to confession, find a priest who's hard of hearing. All right. There we go. 1 of 6. This one. Is it bad that I haven't gone to confession since 2007? Before your first communion. Well, the thing is, you can always go back. If you feel that you need forgiveness, then, you know, there's always, you know, the distance between you and God may seem big, but the distance between God and you is always 0. So, I can recommend it. It's very liberating to go to confession, and I've always felt that it was a very positive experience, and oftentimes you kind of stuff weighs on you, and you feel that you can't really go forward, and confession can really help. It can free your soul, free your mind, free your spirit. But you should never go to confession out of fear, of course. Yeah, I mean, I understand the kind of the... It's always a bit of a hurdle to in confession, you can feel very vulnerable. And of course, a good confessor helps you with the confession. And don't forget, the priests themselves also go to confession and also sin and make mistakes and feel sometimes that same reluctance to go to confession. That's just human. But it's always afterwards that you feel how much good it does. Plus, it gives us as priests also sometimes the occasion to help and to give some guidance. All right. So it's not like you're bad when you don't go to confession or anything. It's more like if you need it, it's available. And you don't have to worry about it because, well, priests are used to hearing confessions, and they see it themselves as something they do in order to help people, not to hit them over the head with everything they did wrong. We just want to help take the burden off. Okay, I don't know what color this is. I suppose it's translucent, but I'm not sure. Yikes. Or is it white? You can't really tell. That's so vague. I have no idea what kind of color that is. Do I even have translucent? Maybe this needs to be white or gray. Do we have any white studs? Nope. In here? Nope. That's true. If you truly are sorry, then God has already forgiven you. Absolutely. But it's still comforting to hear the someone else who was like mandated to forgive, to tell you that God forgives you, to hear that. At least it helps me. Oh boy, I don't know what color that is. I need to look at the parts list because I'm stumped here. Oh, maybe this is the... That's it. These are the first two metallic ones. I get it now. All right, let's put that here. And here. I hope the camera is focusing on a little bit on what I'm doing here. Are demonic possessions real? You sound tired, Father. Yes, I am very tired. It's late at night, and there's some worries. Fake Lego has to go to bed. That's Kieran. See you tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow I'll start much earlier. Lars suggests that I rent the newest AT-AT set. Oh, really? I'll take a look at that. So yeah, I'm still a bit worried with my dad, so now his other foot starts to show signs of deterioration. On the other hand, the upside is he may get transferred to a care, like a home where they can take care of him. That may happen Thursday, may or may not happen Thursday. So there's a lot of uncertainties there, and I can tell that my mom is exhausted, my sister is exhausted, so it's these are tough times, I think, for the family, and that worries me too. Okay. There's a question, if I'm not Catholic, can I go to confession? Actually, I think you have to be baptized. I think you have to be Catholic to go to confession. But what you could always do is just go to a priest and ask for advice, and have a conversation. That's always possible, and take it from there. But sacraments in general, there's like a build-up of the sacraments that goes from, first sacrament is baptism, and then there's communion and confirmation, and confession is kind of part of that. It's something that restores you to the innocence that you had when you were first baptized. So it kind of makes sense that baptism comes first. Now, apparently I need to have 2 red pieces, but unfortunately, I don't know where they are. It seems to me that there's a box, like a... Oh, here it is. I stacked them up. Look, there's a bigger box, and then inside there was this smaller box, and I didn't notice that there was something underneath. I had a great time in Rome, yes. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the streams. I'm sorry I couldn't do more. I had very limited time, limited bandwidth. Okay, now it starts to become clear where this will go. 2 of these. There we go. Plus 1. One of these. Okay. So I'm going to put this one in the center. And these go right here. All right. Making some progress. At what time are you going to be online again? I hope tomorrow I can start around 7 in the evening. 7 my time, so Amsterdam time. Arky wants to know, what do you do as a priest during the day? A lot of questions. Hold on. Are ghosts real? Because I'm a bit skeptical. Well, spirits are real. I don't believe many of the ghost stories, but there are some. In the gospel, you read about spirits. Angels are pure spirits. Demons are fallen angels. I guess these are the ones I need to use. I'm not sure. So in that respect, yes. When we die, our soul will live on, whereas our bodies will decompose. So at least for a while, you can't even really speak of time, of course, once you die. But there is a state, let's put it that way, before the resurrection, that we will be just a soul. But all those haunted house stories, yeah, I'm very skeptical. I'm very... I tend to always not believe it until proven differently. So what do I do during the day? My life is atypical because I work in the media. So in the weekend, I celebrate masses and visit the parishioners. But during the week, I produce television programs, podcasts. I run a company that produces content. So there is just a lot of variety in what I do. I sometimes edit. I sometimes film myself. But let's say as a general rule, I wake up around 7. I get a cup of coffee. I pray, say my prayers. I go to the office. So that's where the studios are. And then I work together with my fellow team members, producing content. We have lunch. I go home. Sometimes I've celebrated Mass in the morning, sometimes in the evening. That kind of depends. I cook. Sometimes I go for a run or for a walk. And I play video games. I watch some television. I read a book. I do Lego stuff. I say my prayers and I go to bed. Rinse and repeat. Thank you for the prayers for my parents. I appreciate it. The camera's out of focus. Yeah, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Hold on. I think it has trouble finding. There you go. I've noticed that the camera has trouble with abstract forms. I think it's probably set to face recognition. We are building the Slave One, Boba Fett's amazing ship. And it is massive and it is a very difficult build. Mostly because it's hard to find all the right pieces. But it should get easier over time. You have seen angels during your accident when you were young. Oh, really? Wow. Interesting. What is the best movie you have ever watched? So many choices. I guess I have to say Star Wars. Although Star Wars is one of the most fun movies I've ever watched. I'm not sure if it's the best movie. I kind of define a movie that changes my life. That, yeah, in a way you could say A New Hope changed my life. But still on a superficial level. But movies that make me cry, movies that, I don't know, change my view of the world. Those are movies that are of different order, so it kind of depends of your criteria. I have to think about that a little bit, if you don't mind. What is a movie that really had a massive impact on me? The Mission. The Mission with what's his name? That movie had a tremendous impact on me when I saw it as a young seminarian. Absolutely awesome movie. So yeah, that's definitely among the movies that I think was really life-changing. Also a televised movie, a television movie about the life of Anne Frank. That really blew me away, made me cry. What happens if you die and you're not baptized, but you truly believe in Jesus? I think in that case, you have nothing to worry about. There's also something like the baptism of desire. Although, of course, would be preferable to, if you really love Jesus and you want to follow him, to ask for baptism. That is kind of what Jesus himself recommends. You know, to his apostles, go and tell people about me and about my teachings, and baptize them in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. So don't wait until the end, I would say. What dreams may come. Oh, really? Wow. I've seen it, but it was a very abstract movie. I had trouble connecting to it. Maybe because I was also focusing way too much on the special effects and how they did what they did. But I've only watched it once, many, many years ago. This is Robin Williams, right? Okay. Two more of these. Goes here. There we go. Are you a dog or a cat person? Both, although I've more experience with dogs. It was great talking to you as well. Sleep well, and maybe we'll see you tomorrow. The mission had Jeremy Irons and Robert De Niro. True. Jeremy Irons was awesome. Oh, wait a minute. I see the mosquito that has been biting me. Where did he go? I've got the window open because of the air conditioning output. And so mosquitoes come in from the nearby woods and bite me. The soundtrack is good. Is Liam Neeson in the mission? Wow, I didn't know. Oh, the movie is about depression, really. Well, thank you, Adam. Make sure to thank her for on my behalf. I really appreciate it. Lars is also from the Netherlands. Got a lot of Lego Star Wars sets that you took apart due to space or to stop dust. I have no problem borrowing a few if you need some sets for a live stream. Oh wow, that's cool. Where do you live? Are you far away? So with how hot it's been in the Netherlands, is the all black ensemble torture in that weather? Not necessarily. I've walked around in these clothes in Rome, in Spain, 40 degrees Celsius, in the hundreds Fahrenheit. You just have to adapt your pace. But no, I never really have too much trouble. You got to change clothes, of course, every day. That's for sure. But no, doesn't bother me too much. Okay. Reverse triangle long and short. Short. How many? 2? One reverse triangle long, 2 short ones. 2 short ones. This and this. One more. Where, oh where? No, this is not the one. I think I could really speed up things if I would sort the bricks a little bit more. 4, 2 of 4. Sleep well, Dark Cloud. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm not a priest, but I don't do summer clothes or winter clothes. I visited Egypt once. The locals looked at me with amazement when I visited the Valley of Kings all dressed in black. Yeah. It doesn't make that much of a difference, actually. Maybe a 1 or 2 degree difference, but most of my strategy has always been try to walk in the shadow as much as possible, in the shade, and don't do anything, don't go too fast, don't walk too fast, don't do anything, let's say, too demanding. Drink lots of water. Yeah, kind of just pace yourself. That's the best way to survive the heat. But then again, having air conditioning in this room also really helps. I don't think I would be able to build had it not been for that. It would have been a very unpleasant experience, whereas now, yeah, it's fine. Although this air conditioning unit has a lot of trouble cooling down the room. That's probably because it's not a very good unit. What a tiny little thing this is. I'm not making much progress, am I? Oh no, it's just one of those slanted pieces again. Probably. And I bet you I'll have to do it all over again. Okay. This and that. Put that right there. Oh. This one. There we go. Okay. All right, sleep well. Is it a sin to get a tattoo? No, it's not. No. Interesting, so I need to push this next to this. Very interesting building technique. Wow. Isn't that funny how they do these flat surfaces on top of these? Never done that before. And as I predicted, we're going to do a second version of this. Oh, here we go again. Let's first try to find the smaller ones. Do you have any left here? Or not? No. And we're going to go for the big box. Okay, 2 of 4. Yes. 2 reverse triangles. 1 of these. One and 2. Oh, wait. That's number 1. I need this one and a smaller one. There we go. Plus 2. 1. Should be there. Two. Excellent. And then 2 of those. One. Two. And a red triangle. There we go. We have everything. Good. Is it already midnight? Yeah, it's 1:45 midnight. Jamie still has a lot of work ahead. Poor you. Well, thank you so much, Arky. I appreciate it. The Jewel on the Boo set. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I remember that set. That's very cool. Hey, Eric. Okay, let's try to finish this step before midnight. It's probably not going to happen, but I should go to bed relatively in time because tomorrow I got to wake up really early. Got a training walk of 40 kilometers that I need to do in the morning. So I want to kind of start walking at 6. Okay. Yep. There we go. And we put that in the opposite direction right there. So it's completely symmetrical. There we go. Looks good to me. All right, what's next? How many pages do I have left? Ooh la la. Oh no, it's okay. About 6 pages left. That's fine. We're gonna be fine. That is not too bad. 1. By the way, I posted 2 new podcasts. One with my review of Men in Black International and the second season of Stranger Things, and also an episode of The Walk, which talks about some of the plans that we have for the new studio and the family situation and some random stuff. So in case you're interested, you can find those on Tridio.com. Or just look for Father Roderick in the Father Roderick podcast or something like that. 1, 2. Finally, got it. Okay. Two of these. This one on top of it. Then we have this in the center. This, and where do we put that? Right here. Good. Okay. 1 of 3. Let's see what else. 1 of 6, 1 of 6, 2 of 4, 1 of 3. Okay, 1 of 3, 2 of 4, 1 of 6. One, 2. There we go. 1 of 4. 1 of no. 1 of those. An elongated triangle, just one. There it is. Okay, and then in addition to that, oh, wait, where did it go? I just saw it. No. Yes, I'm training for the Vierdaagse, indeed. So I have to walk 40 kilometers for 4 days in a row, 3 weeks from now. And I haven't been training, well, I have been training, of course, but I kind of planned on training more than I've actually done. So, but I think I'll be fine. As long as we don't get a heat wave, I think I'll live. There we go. Excellent. All right. One. Again, it's probably going to be another thing that we need to repeat because everything is symmetrical. Oh well. There we go. Yeah, just as I thought. Good. It's midnight. Well, no, 10 minutes left. Are we going to make it? One. 2 of 4, 1 of 6. This one is finally emptying out a little bit. Makes it easier to search. In theory. Well, yep. One triangle. that's it. We have everything, yes. Oh yeah. Oh, for once I find it right away. That's good. And this one too. No, it's not the right one. It's not in there. It's certainly not in there. I'm gonna take another box. I'm gonna split this up. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate it. Thank you, Niels. I appreciate it. Yeah. Definitely go to the gym. It's fun. You'll feel so good. Absolutely. Who doesn't want Luke Skywalker to return? I can't find it. This one little piece, where is it? It's probably the last of its kind. It should be in here. I hope. Invisible. I have no idea where it is. I hope it's not missing. Okay, let's see. Let's get all the rectangular stuff out of here. We'll just sort it in shapes. Now then. It is not in here. Oh, no. I don't get it. It's not in here. Should have found it by now. Yeah, asthma is terrible, yes. Maybe biking could be a good alternative because it's less taxing on the body and you can still travel and see stuff. The Lego sorting sound is an ideal distraction for tinnitus sufferers. Maybe, yeah. I think a lot of the problems that people have with the Star Wars sequels is it's not what they themselves had dreamt, and it's kind of the other side of the success of Star Wars. It's very hard to match the expectations. You can't really make you can't tell a story that pleases everyone. I just tend to go with the flow. I just take it as it is and try to see the good sides of... Oh, that is why I couldn't find it. There's a third box with this color. Brilliant. Not. I bet you I'll find it in a second. Yes. Oh, I want to cry now. Goodness gracious. 10 minutes of searching. Okay. The actual assembly is a piece of cake. There we go. Same thing. Turn it around and push it down, and there we go. Thank you, Eric. We'll set something up for if people want to, tip me or help me with paying the rent for these Lego sets in the future. Will you see Far From Home? Yes, I'm looking forward to it. Seven and 8 rehashes 4 and 5. Yeah, in a certain way, yes. It's supposed to. But you can only really judge the merits of what they did in those movies when you see the end. I think over time people will start to appreciate it. For me, it's always been, it's better than no Star Wars. So, I don't have much to complain about. I just like to be in that universe. I don't care if it's derivative. It's like my favorite dishes. I don't care if it's the same as what I ate last year. I want it to taste the same. Oh dear, oh dear. There it is. Good. That's it. Very well. You're one of the most optimist men I've ever seen. Thank you. But he can't stand the Lord of the Rings. Really? Oh my gosh. Who doesn't like the Lord of the Rings? It's supposed to be about walking. It's not a car chase. And the movies are such a sped up version of the books. You want to know what's really slow? Go read The Eye of the World in the Wheel of Time series. That is slow. Compared to that, the hobbits are racing. But even that, I appreciate it. I like it. Call of Duty, yes. I've played it occasionally. I'm not very good at first-person shooters, though. So I usually only play a few levels and then I get frustrated because I get killed all the time. The worst is the online maps. That I can't play because everyone's better than I am. Yeah, some people love to rant. If there's a Lego set you want to build and eventually want to put on display instead of disassemble it and bring it back to the rental shop, maybe a Hobbit set. I'm working on a project of doing a kind of a compiled set. Like I want to do a reconstruction of the Shire set that is no longer available, only for very, very high prices. So what I did is I found a couple of I found a Chinese fake version. It's not really the same set. It's kind of a bit of a riff on Minecraft, but they used a bit of the design of the Shire. It's a very weird thing. But I was looking at that and I was like, I betcha I can somehow figure out how to retro, how you say that, kind of turn it back into the Hobbit set. But I'll do that. I'll do that in a stream. Because it will probably take a couple of weeks before it arrives here. But that's more of kind of a hobby thing because I can't get the real thing. Well, what am I supposed to do here? Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Excellent. We're doing the bow of the ship. Yeah, Obi-Wan. Yeah, I heard that too. It's going to be a series, and what makes me super excited is that there are now rumors that say that in that Obi-Wan series, they will continue some of the story threads of the Solo movie. There you have it. I've arrived at the end of the step. This is the end result. Still pretty small for all the work that went into it, but at least I almost made it to within the time span that I had. A good HBO series. Chernobyl. Go watch Chernobyl. It is fantastic. It is absolutely amazing. Yeah, that would be my recommendation. All right, hope I answered most of your questions. Sorry, I was a bit low key, low energy. It's late. It's been a long day. Tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be able to build much more than what I was able to do today. But thanks for accompanying me. If you still have to work, hang in there. This too shall pass. And we'll see each other soon. Take care and God bless.